Every single night, it happens the same way. You climb into bed, pull up the covers, and within minutes, there they are. Your cat jumps up, circles a few times, and settles right next to you. Maybe on your chest, maybe curled behind your knees, maybe pressed so tightly against your side that you can feel their heartbeat through the blanket. Most people look at this and think the same thing. Oh, my cat's just cold. They want my body heat. And sure, cats love warmth. That part is true. But if warmth were the only reason, your cat would sleep on a heating vent. They'd curl up next to the radiator. But they don't. They come to you. Every single night, they deliberately choose your bed, your body, your presence. And the real reasons behind that choice go far deeper than temperature. What your cat is actually communicating when they sleep beside you is something most owners completely overlook. And once you understand it, you'll never see that nightly ritual the same way again. Let's start with the most important one. 1. They trust you with their life. Literally. Think about this for a moment. In the wild, sleep is the most dangerous thing a cat can do. Their eyes are closed, their reflexes are slowed, their awareness drops. For an animal that is both predator and prey, falling asleep in the wrong place is a death sentence. Cats are hardwired to understand this. Thousands of years of evolution have programmed them to be incredibly selective about where they rest. Wildcats and feral colonies don't just sleep anywhere. They choose hidden, elevated, or enclosed spaces where they're least likely to be ambushed. So when your domestic cat walks past every quiet corner of your home, ignores the cozy cat bed you spent $40 on, and instead jumps onto your bed to sleep inches from your face, that is not casual. That is not random. That is your cat saying, I trust you so completely that I'm willing to be fully vulnerable next to you. Feline behaviorists, including Dr. John Bradshaw from the University of Bristol, have noted that a cat's choice of sleeping location is one of the strongest indicators of their sense of safety in a home. They don't sleep where they feel anxious, they sleep where they feel protected. And they've decided that place is you. If your cat sleeps with you, understand this. You haven't just earned their affection, you've earned something far harder to get from a cat: their complete unconditional trust. Here's what most owners miss about the second reason. 2. They're marking you as family. You've probably noticed your cat rubbing their face against your pillow, kneading the blanket before lying down, or pressing their head against your arm as they settle in. Most people think these are just comfort habits. They're not. Cats have scent glands located around their cheeks, chin, forehead, and paws. When they rub against you or knead the surface near you, they're depositing pheromones, chemical signals that essentially say, this is mine, this belongs to my group. In multi-cat households and feral colonies, cats that consider each other part of the same social group will often sleep together in a pile. They do this not just for warmth, but to create a shared scent profile. It's a way of reinforcing the social bond, of saying, we belong together. When your cat sleeps with you and rubs against you before settling in, they're doing the exact same thing. They're blending their scent with yours. They're claiming you, not as property, but as family. Research published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior has shown that cats who regularly engage in scent-sharing behaviors with their owners display lower levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. That means this ritual isn't just symbolic. It actively makes your cat feel more secure, more bonded, and more emotionally stable. So the next time your cat kneads your chest at midnight, don't push them away. They're literally weaving you into their identity. That's not random either, and it leads directly into the third reason. 3. They're not just seeking protection, they're protecting you. This one surprises a lot of people. We tend to think of cats as independent, aloof, maybe even selfish. But the truth is far more nuanced. Cats are crepuscular animals, meaning they're most alert during dawn and dusk, the hours when you're typically asleep or just waking up. During those hours, your cat is wide awake, watching, listening, scanning. When your cat sleeps with you, they often position themselves in a way that faces the door or the edge of the bed. They might sleep at your feet or near the headboard, spots that give them a vantage point. This isn't accidental. This is a guarding position. In feral cat colonies, certain cats take on the role of sentinel, staying partially alert while others in the group rest. Your cat may be doing a version of this with you. They've accepted you into their social group, and part of that acceptance means watching over you during your most vulnerable hours. Animal behaviorist Pam Johnson-Bennett has written extensively about how domestic cats retain these protective instincts, even in safe indoor environments. Your cat doesn't know that you've locked the doors and set the alarm. To them, nighttime is still a time when the group needs guarding, and they've taken that job upon themselves. So yes, your cat sleeps with you because they feel safe, but they also sleep with you because they want you to be safe. That's not indifference, that's devotion. Before we move on, think about how many times you've heard someone say, cats are solitary animals. Now forget it, because that's a myth, and it connects to the fourth reason. 4. Sleeping with you is a social bonding behavior. The idea that cats are loners has been repeated so often that most people accept it as fact, but it's outdated and incomplete. While cats can survive alone, unlike dogs who are pack-dependent, that doesn't mean they prefer isolation. Studies conducted on free-roaming cat populations have consistently shown that when resources are available, cats form complex social structures. They groom each other, share food sources, and, critically, they sleep together. Not out of necessity, but out of preference. Dr. Sharon Crowell Davis, a professor of veterinary behavior at the University of Georgia, has described cats as facultatively social, meaning they actively choose social bonds when the conditions are right. When your cat sleeps with you, they're exercising that choice. They're saying, I don't have to be near you right now. I want to be. That distinction matters enormously. A cat that sleeps with you isn't doing it out of dependency or habit. They're doing it because your presence fulfills a genuine social need, a need for closeness, connection, and companionship that we've been told cats don't have. But they do, and every night they prove it. If you're learning something new about your cat right now, hit that like button and subscribe, because there's more your cat is telling you that you probably haven't noticed yet. 5. Your heartbeat is their lullaby. This one's beautifully simple, and there's real science behind it. When your cat curls up against your chest or stomach, they can hear and feel your heartbeat. That slow, rhythmic pulse mimics something they haven't experienced since they were kittens, the sound of their mother's heartbeat while nursing. Kittens are born blind and deaf, but they can feel vibrations. The mother cat's heartbeat and purring are the first sensory experiences a kitten has. Those rhythms become deeply associated with safety, warmth, nourishment, and comfort. When your adult cat presses against your body and hears that same kind of steady, rhythmic vibration, it triggers a deep sense of calm. It's a neurological echo of the safest time in their life. Veterinary studies on feline stress responses have shown that cats exposed to low-frequency rhythmic sounds, similar to a resting human heartbeat, show measurable decreases in anxiety and agitation. Your cat isn't just lying next to you. On a neurological level, your body is soothing them in the same way their mother once did. You've become their safe place, their origin point, their home within a home. That's not something a cat gives to just anyone. 6. They've built an emotional routine around you. Cats are creatures of ritual. They eat at the same time, they patrol the same rooms, they sit in the same window at the same hour every afternoon, and they come to bed at the same time, often your bedtime. This isn't coincidence. Cats are highly attuned to the rhythms of their owners. Research from the University of Lincoln found that cats adjust their daily activity patterns to match the schedules of the humans they live with. They learn when you wake up, when you eat, when you sit on the couch, and when you go to bed. Over time, your cat doesn't just observe your routine, they integrate themselves into it. Sleeping with you becomes a fixed point in their emotional landscape. It's the part of the day that signals, everything is okay. My person is here, the world is stable. If you've ever noticed that your cat gets restless or vocal on nights when you stay up late or sleep somewhere different, this is why. You've disrupted their emotional anchor. Their routine isn't just about timing, it's about you. And that kind of attachment isn't superficial. It's deep, consistent, and real. 7. You are their chosen person, and sleep is the proof. Here's the thing about cats that makes their love so meaningful. They don't have to give it. Dogs are bred for loyalty. They're genetically inclined to bond with humans, follow commands, and seek approval. Cats were never fully domesticated in the same way. They entered human society on their terms. They stayed because they chose to, not because they were made to. That independence is still present in every domestic cat today. Your cat has options. They could sleep in any room, on any surface, in any corner of the house. Nobody is making them come to your bed. Nobody is training them to curl up beside you. They do it because they've evaluated every option and decided that you are the best one. Not the warmest spot, not the softest blanket, you. In multi-person households, cats often choose one specific person to sleep with, and it's not always the one who feeds them. It's the one whose energy they feel safest around, the one whose presence calms them, the one they've decided on their own terms is their person. If that person is you, understand the weight of that choice. A cat's love isn't given freely. It's earned slowly, tested quietly, and expressed in ways most people never fully recognize. Sleeping beside you is one of the loudest things your cat will ever say. So the next time your cat jumps on the bed, does 3 circles, and presses themselves against your leg, don't just think they're cold. Think about what's really happening. They trust you with their most vulnerable moments. They've marked you as family. They guard you while you sleep. They've chosen your presence over every other option in the house. Your heartbeat calms them the way their mothers once did. And they've built their entire emotional routine around being near you at the end of every single day. That's not a pet looking for a warm spot. That's love. Quiet, deliberate, unmistakable love. And honestly, most of us don't deserve it, but our cats give it anyway. If this changed the way you see your cat tonight, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And make sure you're subscribed, because there's a lot more your cat is saying that you haven't heard yet.